Good afternoon. So, for today's video, I have another guest with me. And the reason I have Greg from Prosperity Home Loans joining me today is because he shared some news with us today, and I thought it was so exciting. I wanted to get it out to everybody. So, Greg, tell us a little bit about the big news for, I'm going to call it for 2023, because it's actually probably some of the most exciting news we have for at least buyers this year.
I'd say, yeah. Thanks so much, Michelle, for inviting me. I appreciate it. So the big news that Michelle is referring to is effective November 18th, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, who are the government-sponsored enterprises that underwrite and sell loans on the buy loans on the secondary market, have announced that for multi-family properties, 2 to 4 unit owner-occupied, that buyers can put as little down as 5% now. So huge news. Previously, you would have to have put down a minimum of 15%, and in some cases 25%.
Wow. So that's going to make a big difference. You think it might even make some people who were going to buy single families look into multifamilies, perhaps?
I think so. I mean, everybody's looking for an investment opportunity with some passive income. And one of the biggest challenges or hurdles that we were facing previously is that folks that didn't otherwise have more than 5% were forced to go FHA because they only require as little as 3.5%. So naturally, in this hyper competitive market, 5% is going to open up a world of opportunity for a lot of other folks while also being able to remain as competitive in this market.
And what would just give us two or three differences between FHA and conventional and why this makes a difference to the buyer?
Yeah, sure. So conventional loan is pretty much the gold standard as it relates to competitiveness. When submitting an offer, it's perceived as a better loan from the listing agent and seller side. Why? Because there's typically a little bit less scrutiny on appraisal, the underwriting practices, and process is a little bit different because you're not dealing with an actual government agency, which can technically prolong the process in some cases. So there's definitely some advantages, but the biggest of which is going to be the competitiveness of the offer that's being submitted now with being conventional. So I think that's the biggest advantage for sure.
Very good. So, like I said, I heard it this morning. I wanted to get it out to everybody. Hope it helps. If you have any other questions about mortgages or the market in general, of course, I'm happy to speak with you. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.